One. Let's go. What's poppin', everybody? We live and direct right here on High Voltage, episode one, powered by Wizard Energy. Yes, Sirski, the major way. And the host of the day is we got Danny G. And of course, you got me, Mr. Ricky Day, man. We vibing out right here, man. Tell them something, Danny G.
Hey, how y'all doing today? How y'all doing today? My name is Danny G. Well, Daniel Goodall, but better known as Danny G. And yeah, we're here to educate some people and hopefully have you driving an EV years down the road.
Nah, for real, that's major facts. And everybody, make sure if you have not already, follow us and subscribe over to Wizard Energy TV over on YouTube. Fresh, brand new channel. Our first goal starting off is getting up to the first 100 subscribers. So let's get there, guys. Tap in, tune in. Let's get to 100 subscribers again over at Wizard Energy TV. All right, a lot of great things going on. Like Danny G said, there's a lot of education and awareness we want to bring to the community and want to let you guys know more about what Wizard Energy TV has to bring. All right. Welcome to Wizard Energy TV, where the future of transportation comes to life. Dive into the electrifying world of EV innovation, charging technology, and rapidly expanding EV infrastructure, shaping tomorrow's roads from breaking industry news to in depth data, analytics, and real world insights. We deliver the knowledge you need to stay ahead in one of the fastest growing industries on the planet.
Whether you're an EV enthusiast, investor, tech lover, or a community builder, this channel gives you the blueprint to understand the technology and trends and opportunities that's powering the electric revolution. Plug in, power up, stay informed. Wizard Energy TV, driving the future, one chain charge at a time. Sorry, y'all, one charge at a time. And visit our
Yes, sir.
website at wizardenergy.net.
Make sure y'all do that in a major way. Yes, sir, ski. Again, visit us over at wizardenergy.net. Again, that is wizardenergy.net. Abracadabra, alakazam, experience the magic of EV charging. Go green and save green. Get with Wizard Energy. Super cool stuff, huh, Danny G, man? Great day to have a great day, especially in the EV realm.
Tremendous blessed day that we and this platform that we have to educate and to clear minds and clear energy and just yeah, I mean this is amazing.
Man, I say I have to agree as well, man. And I want to let everybody know that's tuned in a little bit more about Wizard Energy and what they're bringing to the table and why today's show is powered by Wizard Energy. Wizard Energy is the first minority owned EV charging solutions company in Indianapolis, launched in
Charging
2024.
stations
All right, guys, they got their
here
own
in
song,
the city.
everything. It's amazing. Heading to be a leading provider of innovation and sustainable energy solutions. Dedicated to reducing the environmental impact of transportation, Wizard Energy offers electric vehicle charging options designed to meet the growing needs of modern communities. Through cutting edge technology and commitment to excellence, Wizard Energy is driving the transition to a cleaner, greener, and brighter future. And that's Wizard Energy, guys. All
Oh,
right. They also had a super
awesome,
cool
man. What a
ribbon cutting video as well. You said what?
yeah, what a awesome noble company Wizard Energy is. And there's so many things that we're going to bring to the table. It's not just charging stations. There's opportunity everywhere in this industry, and we're going to bring you the information you need to hopefully maybe even start your own charging company, or if you have your own business, like like it said in the description, If you own your own business, I mean, it's a great way to increase your foot traffic.
Yeah, I agree, man. Definitely a great way to increase your foot traffic. Get more people over in the area. A lot of people travel in these. A lot of EV drivers travel in areas where they have access to electric vehicle charging. So that with that, you having that at your location, that is future proofing your real estate, guys. So you're just getting ahead of the game. You're taking control and you're on the forefront of our future, especially when it comes to an eco friendly initiative, guys. So super dope stuff. The vibes are real, coming straight from Wizard Energy. You can also check out Wizard Energy over on the X app and all the other social media apps as well. You can check them out on the X app, also known as Twitter, at Wizard Energy LLC. All right, you can check out all the good stuff over there as well. More details, everything. You can check it out over on the TikTok as well. Also over on Facebook. We're on Facebook. Appreciate everybody that's tuned in on all these social platforms. We are also on the Instagram platform as well. So check us out over at any of these locations. If you're there, give us a follow. And stay tuned in. Wizard Energy, bringing the power. Abracadabra, alakazam. Experience the magic of EV charging. All right. Moving forward on this journey, guys, of course, we want to educate those who may be new into this industry or this ecosystem and just not really a fool of fully aware of everything that's going on when it comes to electric vehicles and the chargers. All right. So a great place that you can always check out quality information that you don't have to second guess about is right here at the U.S. Department of Energy. All right. You can check that out over here at energy.gov. Check out electric vehicles and their chargers. Electric vehicles are powered by batteries that can be charged with electricity. All electric vehicles are fully powered by plugging into an electrical source, whereas plug in hybrid electric vehicles, which are also known as PHEVs, use an internal combustion engine and an electric motor powered by a battery to improve the fuel efficiency of the vehicle. What type of vehicles are there? Tell them about that, Danny G. What type of vehicles are there?
All electric vehicles, also known as battery electric vehicles, they rely on batteries to power one or more electric motors. The battery is charged by plugging the vehicle into the electric source through
Okay.
the negative braking. Most electric vehicles can travel from 150 to 400 miles on a full charge, depending on your model and driving conditions and habits, of course. If you drive a lot, if you drive your vehicle to work every day and to the store and take your kids to practice and schools and stuff and stuff of that nature. If you're driving it all the time, I mean, it just depends, on how long your battery will last. Depending on the model, driving conditions, and driving habits, this is well within the range of 90% of U.S. daily household trips, 100 miles,
So they doing at least
basically.
100 miles a day. Daily
Hmm.
driving habits, at
Yeah,
least
that's
100 miles daily from each household. Okay. Wow. That's good to know.
yeah, yeah. And fully electrified EVs differ from gas powered cars several ways, such as electric cars not burn fossil fuels in the vehicle, so they do not have internal combustible engines or Cadillac converters.
Okay.
See, guys, you don't have to worry about changing no oil. You don't have to worry about changing no transmission fluids or putting transmission fluids in or oil or putting in antifreeze in the wintertime, all that stuff. You don't have to do none of that stuff with the electric vehicle. The only two fluids that are running through the electric vehicle are your washer fluid and your brake fluid. Those are the only fluids you need in an electric vehicle, which is which is totally freaking awesome.
Yeah, I agree. I had to agree,
Um,
man. You don't have to worry about so
you
many
know,
things, man. Like with the gas vehicle, you got your belts and your this, that, and the third, and like gaskets and just a lot
yeah,
of lot of moving parts when it comes to a combustible engine. But when it comes to EV, man, everything is just it's like all in one, inclusive. That's the vibe you get with the EV, in my opinion. Of
yes,
course.
sir. EVs do not produce emissions while driving, which means no tailpipe is necessary. No tailpipe, guys. So no emissions coming out of your tailpipes.
And that's the
Um,
great thing right
Now there
there.
are some, yeah, yeah, and that it's great for the environment. It's great for the
Hmm.
planet. Regardless of how you think or how you feel or what political side you're on or whatever, you, you got to admit that driving electric cars is much cleaner for the environment.
Much
So,
cleaner, man, and much
that's
cleaner is. You said what? Say that again.
hands down,
You
it's
said
much
hands
cleaner.
down.
Yes.
Man, I'm gonna have to agree to that, man. Like for real, like with a cleaner quality air is just a better quality life, just for us as humans as well as our pets, and it's with the elders and people with asthma, this, that, and the third. That air quality with less carbon emission, and we'd be able to breathe better and just which is
Mhm.
that's good energy. Breathing in consciousness when we
Yes.
doing that. We need quality consciousness being brought in. For sure. That's super dope stuff.
Clean quality. Yep. Yes, sir. EVs can accelerate more quickly than gas powered vehicles. If you've ever driven an EV, you know exactly what we're talking about. It's instantaneously powered, and my son-in-law, Ricky Day Jr., drives a Porsche electric vehicle, so he can tell you exactly how that feels compared to to a gas powered vehicle.
And explosive. It's amazing, man. I'm gonna just put it like that, man. It's a lot of G force behind it, like 0 to 60 in like in a split few seconds. Like I'm for real. Like it's a fun thing. You definitely got to drive safe and careful with your seatbelt. Drive responsibly, of course, guys.
Yes,
But yeah, it's just
most
it's a
definitely.
fun thing, especially when you know what you're doing. It goes so fast. The Porsche goes so fast. The G force. If you put like your cell phone on the seat on the passenger, and you just because it also has launch mode where you can sit still and put pedal to the metal and release off the brake, man, and it just launches, man, and the G force keeps the cell phone stuck to the top of the seat with no hands. You know what I'm saying? Like
That
no
is
hands. You
wild.
feel me? Like, come on, man. Some high voltage business
That
right there. You
is
did?
wild.
High voltage power. You understand me? Welcome to the high voltage channel, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Share this out to your friends and family or whoever want to be more, aware of what's going on in the electric vehicle world, guys. Right here happening with me, myself, Ricky Day, and of course we got Daniel Goodall here as well, y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, and we're gonna continue rocking this out. Where were we at with it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Electric motors provide instant torque. Work without EVs can accelerate transmissions that require gears to shift. There's no gears to shift. There's is
Can
like
you
we
run
said
that? Can you run
straight.
that one all the way back to the front end of that one? What did you say?
Sure can. EVs do not produce emissions while driving, which means no tailpipes emissions is necessary. EVs can accelerate more quickly than gas powered vehicles because electric vehicles provide an instant torque and work without a transmission that requires gears to shift.
Okay, okay, okay.
Electric
Wow.
cars never require oil changes, fuel at the gas pump just to be plugged into an outlet.
Okay.
So, I mean, and there right there, that right there is is so many rights that I can't even explain. You know, a lot of the wrongs. There is downside. There's downsides to everything that you do. There's upsides and there's downsides.
Uh
And the
huh.
thing is, you got to measure. You got to measure. Is it more upside to drive an electric vehicle, or or is it more of a downside? You gotta you gotta basically make that decision for yourself. Is it worth it to you? Um, now, and we know financially, it is definitely worth it to drive an electric vehicle. Like we said, no radiator flushes, no transmission flushes or refills or no oil or none of that stuff that you have to deal with. So and
You said no oil
Ricky can
changes.
Ricky can really tell you, as far as because he's he's owned both. So he knows exactly what it takes to own an electric vehicle and how much beneficial financially it is for you. Actually, you might pay a little more for the initial car cost, you know, but you're going to save in the long run, and you're saving the planet. So what's better than that?
Most definitely, man. I agree, and I am experienced in both um types of vehicles, and I'm gonna have to agree, man. I'm truly enjoying the EV side since I've been EV. I'm like, okay, it's just less maintenance. Feel like it's just less, just a headache and all that, really, honestly, because it's just less to worry about. Period. That's just long story short. Is less to worry about. You don't even. It seems like you really don't even have to do anything with your brakes. It's like it's just all ran on top efficiency of future technology and of transportation. So yeah,
How
I'm enjoying it.
often? How often? Oh, sorry. How often do you have to change or fill your fluids up, like your windshield wiper fluid and your brake fluid?
Windshield wiper. That's really gonna be more towards how much rain and this, that, and the third we getting, and stuff to clean off the windows or whatever. So not a whole bunch of that.
Hmm.
So that lasts pretty decently. And then you said the other one was what you say, brake fluids.
Brake fluid. Have you had to add any brake fluid to your
I've
to
actually
your
just
vehicle at
got
all?
mine topped off. I just got brake fluid added just a couple weeks ago, actually.
Okay.
And I've been
Okay.
having my
Wow.
EV for a little over a year now.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, if y'all can weigh those options there, you can already see the advantages of owning an EV and driving an EV.
Major facts, man.
All right.
Super dope stuff. The vibes is real. We definitely, man, we like to
Yes.
taste tuned in and tapped in and all the quality information and data that's out there when it comes to electric vehicles. So, of course, we had to tune in over to the EV report, guys. Right now, just put out on December 9th, 2025, Porsche engineers EV batteries for 300,000 kilometer lifespan. What you think about that, Danny G?
Wow, man, that is
Three three hundred
remarkable. They
thousand
are
300,000 kilometer lifespan, man.
wow. They are making tremendous strides in technology. That's just advancing this so far and so fast that, I think it's going to take over a lot quicker than what people think, just because of the new technology that's coming out.
Hmm.
Um, because people are really going to enjoy these vehicles.
Right. And it says Porsche engineers EV batteries for 15 years, 300,000 kilometer durability through optimized cell chemistry, intelligent thermal management, and testing protocols exceeding real world conditions, guys. Porsche's doing that. And that's what's up. Straight up. I like
Yeah.
Porsche what they doing in the EV sector. I'm actually glad I went down that route. Uh, for real, because they definitely one of the top producers in the EV industry. Of course, you got your Elons with the Teslas and things of that nature, but you got some of these other car
Yep.
makers who've been in the game making gas vehicles, sports cars, all that, and they're still in the game, and that shows you how they're staying
Hmm.
in tune with the times and staying up to date on what's going on. So they can continue to meet the demand and be a top producing car manufacturer, pretty much, man. Shout out to Porsche, man. Major facts. You heard me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Shout out. Shout out. For sure.
To all the builders out there, of course, man. Just pushing that
Yeah.
thing.
No.
All right.
No.
We have the Everati and Motion Applied Advanced EV Powertrain Tech. Everati partners with Motion Applied to integrate 800V silicone carbide inverters into its modular EV powertrains, offering scalable,
Mm.
high performance solutions for low volume automotive, marine, and aerospace manufacturers. Are y'all hearing that?
Hmm.
This is stuff is
Yep.
being made for
Yep.
Marines, for aerospace, and of course in the automotive as
Yep.
well, guys.
Yep. Yep.
Come on, man. Super
Yep.
dope stuff, man. The vibes is real, man. For real.
You are flying electric cars. You're gonna have you're gonna have flying airplanes. You're gonna have everything is gonna be electric eventually. Um, I know I know they're wanting to. I know they're wanting to. Try to find a different power source because they're worried about our grid.
Mm-hmm.
Plugging in or whatever. But I just think they just need to continue to upgrade it and and see where it goes because I think the amount of electricity that we have right now is okay, even though you have some rolling blackouts. I don't think that's because of electric vehicles, but um, I just think that that it's going to be better for us in the long run. Most definitely for asthma patients, people with COPD. You know, um, we have a lot of childhood asthma, and where you think that comes from? A lot of it comes from car emissions. So,
Mm-hmm. Yep. Making that pollution out there. What they saying about X
mhm.
charge?
Man, X Charge in North America and Accelerate Power have deployed a 400-kilometer C7 ultra fast charger in Windhill, Vermont. The site offers the state's fastest charging speeds, supporting both NACS and CCS standards to improve regional grid reliance.
Ah, okay, okay.
Mm,
So
okay. Yeah.
so X charge. So to my understanding here, X charge North America and Accelerate Power, they partnered and deployed 400 kilowatt C7 ultra fast chargers. Man. What the
Mm,
whoa.
mm,
They did deploy
right, right.
400 kilowatt C7 ultra fast charge. These is not just fast charge; these are ultra fast. What they're saying here, Daddy
Ultra
G.
fast.
What is going on? And it's support. Okay, that's
And you
that's
could probably get in and out of there, quicker than a gas station.
yeah,
You
you
know
now
what I
quicker
mean?
than that.
Yeah,
That's probably like a 10-minute juice up right there with the ultra fast.
plug, yeah, plug in and go. There you
Wow, man,
go.
that's super
Nice.
cool stuff, man. Major shout out to the EV report. Let's
Yep.
go the major way. We right here on electric. All right. They said Tesla China retail sales slip in November, facing impossible task to avoid
Ooh.
first annual decline. That was some new news right there, yeah. Tesla
Ooh.
China
Okay.
retail slip.
Okay.
They sell slip out there. All right, let's see what else they got. Let's see
Mm,
what they got. They said this tiny EV they're selling for under 12,000 in Europe is coming to the US, guys. That's one thing that they are pushing very.
beautiful.
Yeah, they pushing that allotment is more affordable EVs, man. 12,000, man. They only want 12 racks for a brand new joint.
Beautiful.
Definitely a little binker though, but it's
Beautiful.
just a little roller though. The
Oh
time.
man,
He
I
said
like
he
that little
like it.
ride right there, man.
The book is
Man,
called
be
a
nice and
key. It's called a
comfortable. And
key, bro. A key. KEI is what this
Fiat,
how you spell
Fiat's
it.
making them.
Fiat. Okay,
Yeah,
Fiat. They pushing P everything. Okay, okay.
yeah, they are.
I see we got some holiday sales going on out there for the EV side of things. EcoFlow Christmas sale offers up to
Mhm.
68% for power station savings plus flash sale. Of Ventine e-bikes up to $500 off. All right. Anchor Security Lows, guys.
Wow,
Y'all can check that out. They got some deals going on a lot of the EV
wow.
infrastructure out here as well. Make sure you check out Wizard Energy over at wizardenergy.net as well, guys. All right. A lot of cool stuff going on out there. Yep, they got discounts. It was
Yeah,
another one I said.
like, share, and
Yeah.
subscribe, and share this out to as many people as possible, so we can get this more of this news out to people so they can be more educated on the EV movement. And and that's what it's about is educating the masses, and letting them know, what's out there so they can make the best informed decision for themselves, go
Big
EV or
facts.
not.
Yeah, I agree, man. And that's what we're here to do, to educate. So yeah, you hit it right on the nose right there, right on point, like a dot. Tune in, y'all. And man, speaking of something that
There it is.
speaking of something that you talked about earlier, just a few minutes ago, you said something about the flying cars or something, right? What did you say? Because I pulled up an article that was
They
just go.
coming.
you
They
said
coming.
you
They
said they
coming.
come, man. And speaking of that, look what I have here on the screen right here, y'all. This is some new news that just came out 2 hours ago. This within the electric EV realm, guys. Check this out. The world's first flying car is now being handmade in California, right here in the U.S., man,
Oh
right here with
yeah.
us. They got an example of
Wow.
something going on
Amazing.
here. Uh, but it says flying cars are no longer just for movies. I left aeronautics, guys. I left aeronautics has
Wow.
begun building the
I
first
love.
electric flying car for customers,
Wow.
which are being handmade in California. Man, what are we doing out here, man?
Wow,
What are we
man.
doing? They not putting
That
no gas. They
is
ain't putting the gas
freaking
in the flying cars, bro. Why would they put gas in the flying?
right.
Like that's a flying bomb. Like, nah, we not doing that. We on EVs.
No,
You know what I'm
no.
saying?
Oh, right, 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 right. So they just make everything around the battery lighter, which makes the vehicle lighter, so it'll fly.
Man, super dope stuff, man.
And
It's
I'm
being
not sure how they're
handmade right here
using
in the U.S., man.
propulsion,
Right here in
some type
Cali,
of
fam.
propulsion or something like that. Yeah.
And you from Cali too, right? It's from your stomping grounds.
Yes, sir.
Come on, man.
Yes, sir. I was actually born in Indiana, and I left when I was probably about 6 years old. My dad got a job out there at McDonnell Douglas. I don't know if any of y'all know about that. That's a government facility where they build the space shuttle and the DC-10 and the DC-9s and all that that was coming out of there at that time. McDonnell Douglas is still one of the biggest um, government entities that there is, as far as and they probably got some spacecraft, somewhere there. I know there was hangars and places that we wasn't allowed to go when we toured it, many times. But anyway, yeah. So I was there for 17 years.
Wow.
Grew up in California, Orange County, Santa Ana.
Man, they building flying EVs out there right now, man. Flying EV cars, y'all. The
Yeah,
times that we are
yeah,
living in right now, man, super dope stuff. It's amazing, man. What a time to be alive, man. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. Thank God. You
man.
dig? For real. Yes,
Yes.
sir, ski. Again, y'all make sure y'all smash that notification bell. That way, when these videos drop, you guys are aware of high voltage powered by Wizard Energy. Let's go.
Let's go.
You. We
Wizard
high
Energy
voltage around
TV.
here, baby. High energy. Yes, sir.
High energy, high voltage.
How you feel me? Hey guys, moving forward, Ford finds a new partner for affordable EVs amid a fight for our lives. Whoa, not a fight for our lives. Ford is
Mm.
promising that more affordable EVs are coming soon. A new partnership will include two Ford branded electric vehicles, but that's just the start. All right. Come on now. A lot of motion being had. A lot of motion being had.
Beautiful.
Moving
Beautiful.
forward on this journey, guys, we like to always stay tuned in on everything that's current when it also comes to not only when it comes to electric vehicle size, but the clean energy side of it as well, guys. Our goal is to help clean up our communities, better quality living, like we spoke about earlier in today's show. And just make just more cleaner and just more vibrant and more eco-friendly. I know what time it is. Right here with your boy Ricky Day and your boy Danny G. Let's go. Again, Ford outsources their EV production to Renault in Europe. Ford and Renault have announced a new partnership to build affordable electric cars and light duty trucks for European customers as well. All right.
Mm.
Big
Okay.
loads, small loads, and changing grid, a better path for scoping to accounting. All right, that's an advocacy piece published by Watt Time, was brought to my attention, guys, to reflect the tension building around the proposed revision to the greenhouse gas protocols and things of that nature. These rules
Mm.
are not American
Mm.
regulations, they are global and voluntarily governed by the World Resources Institution. All right, so it's a lot of battles that
Voluntary for now.
right. They said, can the Nissan Leaf shoot to the top of the EV sales charts? The Nissan Leaf,
It possibly can.
the Nissan Leaf was once the gold standard for the EV market and EV sales. Yes, that was that very early days. It is very early adopters who are buying it. But there's no doubt the Leaf is one of the most notable cars in the electric vehicle industry. And
It
another
really
thing,
is, and it's one of
no, go ahead.
and it and it's one of the least expensive ones too. And plus you get all the luxury stuff for a basic price. Not bad at
Right.
all.
Not
They're
bad at
great
all.
cars.
Not
Great
bad.
cars.
I just, man, I'm not a fan of the little small cars, man. I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, of course, man, it gets you A to B, but them little cars, man, they just so small. They just
Yeah,
seem
I'm just thinking of the terms of everybody else that may be interested. You know what I mean? That may be interested in them or whatever. Me personally, I really like that leaf. That that one right there. That one right there is really sporty.
leaf. Let me go back to the
It's
leaf.
got the sporty wheels on it. It's got the sporty wheels on it. It's what I mean. It's got and plus you can get them in customized
This
colors
this leaf do
as
look a little
well.
bit more futuristic than the originals.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not a big fan though,
Got
but they
the
cool. I definitely love that color on there. That color is beautiful on the leaf. Okay.
I think you got the panorama tops on them too. I love the panorama tops because I love to be able to just see all around me. You
Yeah,
know.
all around, man. Yeah, Sersky. I feel
Mm-hmm.
you on that, big boss, man. Man, this stuff is so amazing, man, because we were speaking earlier and I came across well you brought something to my attention, man, and as I'm doing my due diligence and studying in the EV industry and just things around our future technology and transportation and just everything. As I'm deep diving and looking to things, man, I come across something that you highlighted earlier today, man. Like, it's amazing. But this is what I
It's
need you to
wild.
do, man. This is what I need you to do, man. Read what's on the screen for me, man. Read what's on the
All right.
screen, man. Tell me what are you seeing right now, man. Tell the people watching what are you seeing right now. and then kind of tell me what you told me earlier before I even came across this. This came, you spoke to me, bruh. Matter of fact, look at the time in here. You spoke to me like several hours ago about this particular topic. And then look at this message that just happened. It just was around that same time. Check it out. Man. Read it.
Wow. The U.S. electric heat pump starts up as expanded from California into 16 U.S. states. These heat pumps are
Yeah.
coming, because they're saying every home in America has to have them. If you can go ahead and slide back a little bit, sir. Slide back and because I didn't finish reading it. Okay. 16 U.S. states, indicating a rising demand for energy efficient homes, HVAC systems, despite the year's U turn in federal and energy policy.
Right. I was trying
Um,
to get you to come to right
these
here.
heat,
That's why I had went down because it was this part actually. That part was a part of the photo,
okay,
which that was cool, you know. But this kind
okay,
of got a little bit more
okay.
into where we was headed.
Heat pumps prevail. Heat pumps prevail despite fickle federal policies. The U.S. electric heat pumps starting up quilt has expanded from California into 16 US states, indicating a rising demand for energy efficient homes, HVAC systems, despite the year's U turn in federal energy policy.
Yeah, man, and
Wow.
that really caught
So,
my eye that
it-
you just said something about heat pumps earlier that someone had mentioned to you
yes,
under one of the
yes,
Wizard Energy type posts.
yes,
And
yes,
then here we
yes,
go
yes.
right here.
And then here's God showing you paths and ways that you should take to advance his causes, you know, and that's to help people live a better quality life. And with these heat pumps, they're definitely much more safer than an HVAC system. They're cheaper. And every home in America is going to need one eventually. So,
Come on
yeah,
now.
great investment.
Yes, sir. So that just caught my eye, and I wanted to mention that, man. So moving forward on this journey right here, they said how much are EV sales dropping in the USA? Naturally, after the $7,500 tax credit for new electric vehicles was ended on September 30th, there was going to be a significant drop off in sales for a little while. Let's have a look and see how much the sector has been hit. Let's check this out, guys. Since they're
Mm,
no longer
let's
doing the tax credit.
do. Mm.
Mm. So it says the Kia EV6 had 1,732 sales in October 2024 to only
Wow.
508 in October 2025. So that was a
You know,
major difference right there. No, no cap.
they took a big hit. They took a big hit without that subsidy, without that, yeah.
Exactly.
But 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 the thing is about EVs, it's the long haul. Investors know it's just like real estate. When you go to buy a house or whatever, you know, you make the money when you buy the house, and the house is actually going to continue to increase in value, especially if you're in a good area. And it's the same thing. It's the same exact thing when you're talking about EV sales, and because over the long haul, EVs are going to eventually take over. The reason why it was such a rush on EVs or whatever
Hmm.
was because of that 7,500 subsidy that you get when you know what I mean, that they take off the car or whatever. which blessed and helped a lot of people.
Yep, that motivated and inspired a
But
lot of people to go grab one of them so they can get that tax cut.
y- yeah, exactly. Um, I look for. I mean, I look for something else to come about. And like we spoke about earlier, they are making EVs more affordable. So that 7,500 that you needed, you probably don't even need it no more.
Right, man, because they're making them more
Basically,
affordable, make
yeah,
them more affordable,
yeah.
more accessible, and then I'm sure they have more
Hmm.
incentives and tax cuts and this, that, and the third in our near future. We just had a transition of our politicians and things of that nature. So you know, it's just a transition and change happens during that time. So we just going through that. But the motion is still there as EV sales continue to still rise for the overall most part over the overall market, not just including USA. This is a
Yeah.
worldwide thing here. Super dope stuff.
Hmm.
Yes, Sirski. Moving forward on this journey, guys, we over here on Car and Driver and checking out the best electric vehicles. All right, if you're trying to decide on the best electric vehicle to buy, you've come to the right place. You can check them out right here, different rankings and all that.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? We're gonna
Yes.
check it out right here, live and direct,
Yes.
here on High Voltage. Best
Shout out to
electric.
Elon Musk and Tesla.
Yep, here we go. Best electric sedans and
Out.
hatchbacks. These are the best hatchback type vehicles, I guess they say here. All right. Number one is the 2025 Tesla Model 3. All right. They
Mhm.
said the Model 3 is an attractive option among small EVs, and it's made even more so thanks to recent updates, including improved ride comfort and a nicer interior. They're going for around forty-four thousand
Mm.
dollars, guys, and they're riding for around 300 to 360 miles. You're getting on the full juice, guys, and that's with the 2025 Tesla Model 3. All right, coming in number two spots, you got the 2025 Hyundai Iconic 6. All right, this one got a rating of a 9.5. This one is rate starting off at around $39,000. You get a driving range of 240 to 342 miles on the full juice.
Mm.
Coming in at number three spots, you got the
Mhm.
2026 Hyundai Iconic 6. Okay, they making the top of the charge when it comes to the
Now that's
hatchbacks, huh? They can't. This one right here
those
is
are really nice. Really
you like
nice.
these, yeah, them is pretty decent. Man, I like the one on the
Yeah.
right hand, the 2026 is going for 70,000
Mhm.
right now. All right, it's a new boy. All right, those are the top
Mhm.
electric sedans and hatchbacks. All right, guys. You wanna go over
All
this next one,
right.
Danny G? The best luxury electric cars.
Ooh, we got the 2025 Porsche Taycan.
Yes,
Look
sir.
at that
Ski
pretty thing sitting there, man. Ooh,
fire.
starting at 101, which which really ain't too bad though. You know what I mean? Considering what you're getting,
Most
you know,
definitely.
from Porsche, you know that they're gonna give you the top notch technology and instruments you need for your vehicle.
Major
They
facts.
they are they are number one for a reason.
I am a true
Um,
testament of that. If I
yeah,
got one, guys.
yeah.
Let me
So
see right here on the screen. I got
and the estimated range is 252 to 292 miles on a full charge.
yes, sir.
Not bad at all. You know,
Yep,
what do you get? What
for
do
a
you get,
sports.
Ricky, on yours?
On a full charge for me, I'm getting roughly around 283 miles on a full charge.
Oh, okay, okay,
283
okay.
miles. So they're definitely accurate right here, as you can see, because it's hitting right in between there. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So just to speak
So the
on that,
2025,
and the reason they got the
like,
range on the batteries is because depending on the lifestyle of your battery. And the reason I say lifestyle is basically how you utilize your battery. Are you always putting it on the DC fast charger, which doing that a lot can take away the lifespan of your battery. So you have less, you get less miles on a
I
full
see.
charge.
Wow. Okay.
If you using that just too much excessively, like you can do it, but just like if that's your go to every single time you get a charge, that can't be good on your battery over time. It'll be a long period of time, but it's just not the best way to do it. All right, versus a level one charger, more slow charge AC instead of DC. It's just more better on your battery and preserves the lifespan of your battery. Also, things such as the way you charge your battery, you don't want to always let it go down to zero. You want to kind of stay above that 20% range. Well, at that 20% range or above to roughly around 80%. You don't want to always go to 100% full charge either. These different things are things that can
Okay.
take a toll on the lifespan of your battery. But if you follow these different guidelines that help preserve the lifespan of your battery, and you'll get even better, miles and things of that nature. Also, it can go towards if you're always utilizing like AC and heat and different features that
Right.
that also uses your battery as well. It'll lessen the miles that you get on your drive on the full charge. So if I was getting 283 and I turned on air, then I might be getting 263 now.
I
You
see.
see what I'm
I
saying?
see.
Things of that
I
nature.
see. Okay.
You know.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, great education, Ricky. Thank you. That's
Yes, sir.
awesome.
Yes, sir. And they
The,
say that the 2025
the,
Taycan EV drives like a Porsche, and improvements to its battery and charging speed means you can drive even farther between charges. Like it
nice.
really, it really gives off
Beautiful.
that feel.
Love that.
And that's the number one. I mean,
Wow.
that's the number one car for electric luxury, bro. All right.
Now there's another one over here, that
Yes, yes. And I was gonna
2025
say,
Porsche
finish doing
Taycan
your thing.
Cross
Finish doing your thing.
Turismo.
Yeah. What's that
That,
one? What's the number
that
two
Cross
luxury?
Turismo. That's a pretty car. 2025 Porsche Taycan Cross Turismo. Man, beautiful car. 10, look at that. 10 out of 10 rating. Come on, guys. You can't get better than that, right? 10 out of 10.
Yeah, he said the
I mean,
Porsches
come
is
on
10 out of
now.
10, huh?
You know,
That's what's up.
for 113, really ain't bad considering. And the EPA range on that, estimated range is 261 to 277, you know, like Ricky was telling you, depending on, where you live, your climate, do
Right.
you live in a warm
Right.
climate all the time where you got to run your heat, you know what I mean? Like Arizona
Hmm.
or something like that, a place like that, or do you live in Alaska, where you got to run your heat all the time,
Right.
all that differs, all that plays a major role. So,
That's tight, man, to see the
yeah,
Porsches in the both number two spots for luxury EVs, man. What we got in our number three?
yeah.
What is this?
Man, we got the number three, the 2025 Lucid Air. Now the
Haha.
2020, now
Lucid Air, huh?
Lucid has really been making some tremendous strides in their technology, and 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 they are coming with some technology that other people don't have just yet. And so this Lucid Air here is starting at 71.4, you know, which ain't bad considering, your EPA range is 406 to
Man,
480, and those are the kind of strides that
yeah, that's some
I'm
EPA
talking about
numbers. Them numbers
as
are
far as
serious right there.
their battery range and how the vehicles charge as well. So yeah, if you're looking for a nice, luxury sporty vehicle that's fast and efficient, look at the Lucid Air.
Man,
Um,
they mug got
they're
406 to
really nice vehicles.
480 range on it. Now that's some good, super good range right there. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna cat.
yeah,
Okay, that's what's
yeah,
up, man. Those
yeah.
was the top three. Those were the top three luxury EV cars, guys, right there. All right. Moving forward, we're
Yep.
going to the best electric performance sedans. All right, coming in at number one spot. He just
Ooh-wee.
spoke about the Lucid Air
Mm,
2025. You just spoke about that joint, so there that is right there. All right.
He got a 10 out of 10 rating on that. I
Man,
mean,
yep.
come on now. There we go. I mean, and Lucid ain't playing, man. They come in with that sauce for
They coming
real.
with that sauce, I see, huh?
Uh,
Yes, sir. Yes,
yes,
sir.
sir.
In that number two spot, they got that 2025 BMW i4. These are going for around 53,000, 53.9. And their range is from 267 to
Mhm.
318 miles for the BMW. All right, what you think about that BMW,
Mm,
Danny G? The EV BMW.
BMW is man,
It mug got like a what
man.
is that
That
color? Like a
BM,
teal? What is that color is on there? That mug is
yeah,
exclusive.
yeah. I'm not too super stoked about the color on that one.
You don't
On
like the
on
teal joint?
that color. No, no, and I'm really not too super stoked on the body style of that BMW
Hmm.
because BMWs are more got that strong stance when you look at them. They're kind of low to the ground. They got the low profile tires. Even though this one's got some nice wheels on it or
Hmm.
whatever, it don't have that classic BMW look, I don't think. And I know they're wanting to advance, their body styles, stuff like that, but I think they should still keep that signature BMW look.
Yeah, I
And
could
this one
definitely
don't
dig
have
it.
it, I don't think.
He said that one I have.
That's just
Okay.
my opinion.
Man,
That's just
personally,
my
me,
opinion.
I think I believe I like my friend. Let me tip the shades. Let me see. Let me see. I believe I like the color on it. Let me sure. Yeah, I believe is it like a grayish tealish teal type or something. I think it's cool. It probably wouldn't be the one
Yeah.
I go for either. But it's cool though, and I agree on the body shape, man. It looks too basic. Need more muscle,
Yeah.
more futuristic look or something. I
Mhm.
don't know. I agree, man. So we're gonna move
Yeah.
forward on that, man. Shout out to BMW though, man. Moving
Yeah,
forward in
yeah.
the number
Shout out to
three spot.
BMW. They
Yeah,
make great cars, by the way. They
yeah, they
make
do make
great
great
cars, by the
cars for
way.
sure. I just think they can ramp up the EV BMW. I'm sure the inside probably beautiful.
Mm.
We got the Porsche
Oh,
Taycan
man.
in the number three spot. The Porsche Taycan three spot, 2025.
Mm.
Another one of them luxury cars out there, man. You can't go wrong when you pushing P, of
Mhm.
course. We went over that price range around
Right.
$101,000. Range 252 to 292. All right. Yes, sir. Ski. And those are some of the best top EV vehicles in the industry right now. You can check them out yourself as well over at Car and Driver. All right, guys. Super dope stuff. And the vibes is real. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Ski.
yes, yes.
The
Let's
major
go,
way,
go.
guys. All right, moving forward on this journey, guys. There's another some more news I want to touch bases on, which came around about 5 hours ago, as you can see here. After we go over this news, we're gonna look into some more cars and stuff, and get ready to wrap up today's show, our first episode of High Voltage. Make sure you
Mhm.
hit that notification bell, that like button, share button. Major shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Peace, love, and prosperity, and may this journey continue to power up to the maximum. All right,
Yes.
guys. But we wanted to check out, man. Today, man, Trump put out some information. He rolls back fuel rules meant to boost electric vehicles. What to know, guys? So
Mm.
let's see what this is all about.
Wow.
Let's see what this is all about
Yeah.
exactly. The Trump administration has moved to roll back vehicle fuel efficiency standards implemented by the Biden administration. Trump officials argue the change would lower the upfront cost of buying a new car, and they criticize the Biden rules as a overly costly effort to boost electric vehicles
Mm.
in the name of combating climate change. Defenders of the
Mm.
standards through claim that the standards proposed by Trump will harm consumers in the long run and place the domestic auto industry at a disadvantage. The proposal to overhaul the corporate advantage fuel economy, or CAFE, standards put forward by the Trump Department of Transportation represents a significant shift for the entire auto industry. Here's what to know.
Mm.
What is the CAFE standard? The CAFE standard was established by Congress in 1975 as a way to conserve oil in a response to oil the response to the Arab oil embargo, which led prices to spike. The standard requires automakers to meet fuel efficiency targets for all cars and light trucks. The targets are
Mm.
aimed at lessening energy consumption and reducing consumer costs and greenhouse gas emissions. The standards essentially
Okay.
require manufacturers to ensure that their fleets maintain an average mile per gallon target for cars and trucks. All right. And they got a one minute video. What is that? The Biden administration set fuel economy standards to increase 2% per year for model years 2027 to 2031 for passenger cars, while light trucks would increase 2% per year for model years 2029 to 2031. The requirements will result in light duty vehicles reaching an average of 50.4 miles per gallon by 2031.
Mm.
The standards
Mhm.
apply to the entire fleet of a manufacturer based on the volume of models produced. And the formula for calculating the average MPG is quite complicated and takes into account a number of factors. In other words, not every vehicle produced by a manufacturer needed to meet the MPG standards. Automakers could sell gas guzzlers just as long as production of those cars was offset by enough highly efficient cars to bring the average down to acceptable level. Critically, the production of electric vehicles and hybrid vehicles could also bring the average down. So, over time, as the requirements tighten under the Biden rules, manufacturers would be pressured to produce more EVs and fewer gas powered cars.
Mm, I
Automakers
see.
that
I
felt
see.
Automakers that fell short of the requirements could come into compliance by buying regulatory credits from manufacturers that exceeded the requirements. So, for instance, a manufacturer that only made EVs such as Tesla would generate credits that it could sell to other automakers. The sale of the credits is a big business. Tesla made over 11 billion in the past decade from regulatory
Mm.
credits. Wow, 11 billion just from credits, man. Wow.
Nice.
What did the
Big
Trump
ups to Tess.
administration propose? You said what?
Big ups to Tesla, man.
Man, he got 11 billion just off credits. Man, come on. What did the Trump
Man.
administration propose? The Trump administration argued that Biden's administration's fuel economy rules, along with other regulations amounted to a backdoor EV mandate. Trump campaigned against the Biden
Mm.
team's EV policies, and for he has slashed subsidies. How do you say that? Subsidies. Yeah, subsidies for EV
Subsidies.
purchases and undone a number of rules meant to promote
Yeah.
EVs. The new cafe standards
Mm.
proposal from the Trump administration would significantly scale back the requirements. The administration maintains that they could now be met by gas powered cars and won't require a shift to EVs. Specifically, the proposal would ramp down the required improvement in fuel economy until it is just 0.25% a year for MY's 2029 to 2031 for cars and trucks.
Mm.
The
Mm.
administration said that were, the proposed standards would achieve a fleet average fuel economy of 34.5 mpg by 2031, far down from the
Mm.
50.4 mg envisioned under the Biden rule. The Trump
Mm.
proposal would also end the credit trading program starting 2028. All right, get a little sip of tea. A lot of reading to do here, guys. You gotta know what's going on.
Yes, sir. Hey, man. You're right. You're
The
right.
other major change in the Trump proposal is that it would reclassify crossovers and small SUVs as passenger vehicles rather than light trucks. The Trump administration argues that categorizing those vehicles are as trucks subject to lower fuel economy requirements, create a market distortion. All right, what would happen to car prices? Let them know that part, man. What would happen to car prices?
Mm. What happened to car prices? Trump touted last week that the proposal would save consumers in the auto industry money. Really? Well, that remains to be seen, though. The administration said that new standards would save consumers 1,000 on the sticker price of a new vehicle and save families 109 billion over the next 5 years. The administration said the previous standards made it more expensive for automakers to comply, requiring them to invest more in EV production. And and to note, guys, that's one thing Wizard Energy is not for. We were not for these mandates. We don't think that you should tell someone what what kind of car they should buy and when they should buy it and this and that. We all should have our own personal choice on what we want to drive and how we feel about the environment, and so yeah, so go back to that. So yeah, the Josh Lynn, the professor at University of Maryland, told Washington Examiner that weakening the standards would lower vehicle prices because automakers wouldn't have to invest as much fuel-saving technology, which is true. I agree. Whether it's 1,000 or 1,500, the fact remains that the prices are going to go down because of the weaker standards, Lynn said. What about the fuel costs? I mean, a lot of people ask about that. Critical, they'll argue that consumers benefit over time from a higher efficiency as they spend less on fuel over the lifetime of the vehicle. Automotive industry experts caution that reduced fuel efficiency standards could lead to higher long-term fuel costs for drivers. I don't know, guys. What do y'all think about that? Um, Comment about that in the comments and let us know what you think about it. Um, Kevin Brownie, independent consultant for manufacturers of emissions control association, told the Washington Examiner that proposal fuel standards requirements are lower than what the auto industry projects achieve, allowing for manufacturers to produce less efficiency vehicles while still complying. For the example, under a proposal, passenger cars are required to reach, slide down a little bit, required to reach 37.4 miles per gallon by 2031, but the agency estimates the automaker will achieve about 46.3 miles per gallon by the year, even. I mean, after taking into consideration the proposed changes. Yeah, I don't know, man. What do you that's kind
What you
of,
think, man? Just fill me
I
in.
don't know. I don't know, man. Trying to, I mean, they're trying to get to, to a certain number, of emissions and miles per gallon and stuff like that. They want to be able, they want to be able to extend these gas cars so that, they can last longer and don't have to use as much gas. Um, you know, you know, which does help, and cars have came a long way because you can look from from the 70s to the 80s to the 90s. They've gotten cleaner over time, so the car makers are doing a tremendous job of that. you know you know which is which helps the environment.
Mm-hmm.
you're not requiring anybody to actually improve fuel economy in this proposal. So because of that, you're actually potentially allowing them to backslide and produce less efficiency vehicles. Brown said, adding the consumer savings vehicles will be offset by increasing fuel consumption. Okay. Brown also noted that the proposal could incline manufacturers not to deploy possible technology since they are not needed to meet fuel efficiency standards. This is a do nothing proposal, said Brown. He says a do nothing proposal. Wow. In Trump White House, counsel economic advisors defended the proposal by saying the Biden standards assume that the consumers were economically irrational for purchasing less efficiency vehicles, notwithstanding the comprehensive comparative fuel cost information is literally displayed on new vehicles and thus needed to be nudged towards purchasing decision. I can't pronounce that.
My op.
Myopically, whatever.
Yeah, that's it.
Myopically, driven by fuel economy considerations.
Okay, I'll
What
take it
would it
from there.
mean?
What would
Okay.
it mean for stop start systems and other efficiency features? Which I thought this was pretty interesting when I read over this earlier, man. So basically, theoretically, the proposal could mean that some efficiency features could disappear from cars made in the years ahead. And that includes the
Mm,
stop start system, a feature that causes cars to cut the engine at red lights automatically.
yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
them is wild, man. It seemed like to me personally, it seemed like it'd do damage over time. Keep stopping and start. I don't know, but I could see them
Yeah, yeah. I
doing
mean,
away with that.
depends on it depends on their hardware, because because your hardware is switching back and forth all,
Right.
every red light you stop at, what I mean? How long does that last?
Mm-hmm.
They keep kicking your motor back on,
Mm-hmm.
I question that myself.
Nah, for real. And that's what it seems like what this administration is doing as well. The Trump administration has made an effort to eliminate the vehicle stop start functions, claiming that everyone dislikes them. Environmental Protection Agency Administrator Lee Zeldin called them a climate participation trophy. So they saying that
Mm,
on and off could be helping. Credits for stop start
right.
systems and others of what are called off cycle fuel credits and air conditioning efficiency credits will be removed from the efficiency calculation starting May 2028. No, starting with
Wow.
MY 2028. In other words, car manufacturers would no longer get credits for adding these different features.
Wow.
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 Let us know what y'all think
So
about
will
that
they
new
stop
tech.
using them? Or will they stop using them?
Who stopped using them?
Will the car makers
Yeah,
stop using
yeah
that
they
stop and
saying
start systems then?
they basically saying they don't have to do that anymore. If like right now they get credits for doing things like that,
Right,
but in the
right,
future, basically saying in 2028 they're not going to get credits for doing it. So that doesn't mean they a lot of them are going to not do it anymore because that's to cut costs on manufacturing. So they're not even going to be doing it,
right, right, right,
so that
right.
means less
If it's
efficiency.
if it's cost effective for them, they'll do it. You know what I mean? They'll keep doing it. Let us know in the comments if you drive one of these vehicles that has the stop and start system on it. Please comment in the vehicle or comment in the comments if you like that feature on your vehicle or you dislike that feature on your vehicle and what issues have you had with that stop and start feature on your vehicle. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Nah, for real. The changes will ensure the cafe standards are achievable without the implementation of technologies not demanded by customers and with questionable fuel economy benefits, the proposal reads. What does this mean for the industry? The Trump administration argues that the proposal will protect consumer choice and aid the market for trucks. Globally, the industry is shifting towards higher efficiency. Automakers in Europe, China, Japan, and elsewhere have been seeking ways to transition towards more fuel efficient vehicles like hybrid plug ins and electric vehicles. Which I mean, because it's
Hmm.
inevitable. I mean, we want
Yeah.
efficiency at the end of the day. We want better quality, just life.
Yeah.
Period. So it's headed in that direction. But I do understand, lifting the mandates and things and forcing people into change when some people just got to gradually go in that direction after
Right.
after they come to their senses or whatever the case may be. You know, where
Exactly.
to each his own, and that's what I love about
Either
America is the freedom when it comes to these things.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Either through their own decisions or financially, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And they, they wasn't going to be able to keep up with those mandates or whatever. You know what I mean? You can't force people to go do that, and it's
Right.
just not right, you know. Um,
Or the
so
or
so
the
big
uh
ups, well,
the
big ups to
manufacturer.
Trump on that, man, for ending that for
That
sure.
was an issue for some of the manufacturers as well. Like they said, for the ones that wasn't
Hmm.
building EVs, they were having to go buy credits from Elon Musk and them and whoever. That's how he made over 11 billion in credit sales. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
He ran up a
Wow.
bag.
Wow.
Major.
Mm.
A lot of
Yep.
major
Yep.
markets, speaking of major, a lot of major markets around the world are pushing emission and fuel consumption down. They all pushing it down, guys. We're going clean. Go green, save
Hmm.
green. If these companies based in the US like GM and Ford, for example, if they want to compete in those other markets, they need to produce vehicles that have very low emissions, he added. What about Trump's call for tiny cars? The proposal could open the door to Trump's call for the auto industry to manufacture tiny cars. Trump on Friday unexpectedly said the auto manufacturers should begin producing tiny cars as a way to provide consumers with less expensive options. They want to make smaller cars, guys. No wonder they coming with the little wingers and bingers that we just seen earlier.
Exactly. That little fiat that we looked at before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. That's why he's coming here. That's
They
why.
said referencing the small vehicles he saw during a trip to Japan. According to Kelly Blue Book, the average vehicle in America costs around 50,000, 50 rats. Manufacturers have
Wow.
long wanted to do this, just like they are so successfully built in other countries. The president wrote Friday morning in Truth Social. They can be propelled by gasoline, electric, or hydrogen. These cars of the very near future are inexpensive, safe, fuel efficient, and quite simply amazing. Start building them now. So they pushing the
Mm.
tiny cars. Trump has said
Wow.
America. What do y'all think
Wow.
about that, chat? They trying to
Hey.
turn our streets into little cars, man. And got little wingers riding around everywhere. They say they could be EV, gas.
Yeah.
They could be.
Because
Hold on,
because
what do you say they could
because
be?
that's how it is.
Hybrid, electric,
Because
or
that's how
gas.
it is in like Japan and Asia and places like that. They drive like they were driving like these little scooters or whatever, but like due to weather and stuff like that, they couldn't drive them or whatever. Then they started putting domes over them or whatever over the scooters, and then that wasn't working. So now they started making these little tiny cars. They got Fiat now, and now of course
Wow.
Fiat's been around for freaking decades, but
So they
but
pushing the they
they're having
pushing
Fiat make these smaller cars.
they pushing the little
Fiat has
winger.
always made smaller cars, though. They have always made small. All their cars are basically small. They don't have no big luxury vehicles or anything like that. Not that I know of.
Wow. Trump has said American auto manufacturers produce tiny cars similar to those in Asian markets such as Japan and South Korea. He called on the DOT to permit them. Critics have noticed that the existing fuel economy rule puts small trucks such as Japan's key trucks at a disadvantage because smaller vehicles are subject to tighter economy standards because larger trucks face looser requirements. Manufacturers have an incentive to build bigger. Trump announces new fuel
Oh,
standards.
I see.
You said you see?
That's why we have so many trucks, SUVs on the road. That's why. I see. I didn't know that.
So they get
That's wow.
incentivized for pushing them and get them out here.
Yeah.
Why? So they can put more carbon emissions in the air? That's just very, this is interesting. Get the magnifying glass, man.
Yeah.
Dig deeper. Trump announces new fuel standards, reversing Biden era rules. Still more would be required to make it easier to sell small vehicles in the U.S., where industry's analysts have said there is less demand for such cars and trucks. Most notably, federal safety standards make it difficult to put small cars and trucks on the road. All right, this is the latest information coming from the administration side when it comes to this transportation and EV and things of that nature, guys. We're all around the board here when it comes to information and data and everything when it comes to EV. We're everything EV here at high voltage. All right, guys. I hope everybody is definitely enjoying the vibes and enjoy today's show. Again, make sure you smash that like and subscribe button, that notification bell right here on YouTube at Wizard Energy TV, powering today's show, High Voltage. Yes, Sirski. The amazing way, man. Super dope
Thirsty.
stuff. The vibes is real. Let them know something, Danny G, and let's hit them with that amazing music that you done produced and get ready to wrap up today's episode. Very first episode, guys. We're gonna come back to this and celebrate a year from now. And just enjoy the journey, the vibes, and the knowledge and the information and the alpha that will be spread here, including the good vibes and energy, high energy, right here on High Voltage. Yes, Sirski. It's your boy Ricky Day, and I'm enjoying the vibes. Appreciate you all.
Yes. See y'all later.
Turn that stuff up,
Let's go.
man.
Yeah, I'm spitting voltage straight from Midwest to brain. Hey, brain waves electromagnetic. Kick a chain this game. Facts, Indies finest innovator. Watch me break the chain.
Turn it up.
Wizard energy.
Let's
Power
go.
plants insane. Bars electrified, I'm charged up like Tesla's mind. Grid so clean, it's leaving fossil fuels behind. Thought the future's distant, but we made it manifest. High tech prophecies from out the heartland's best. High voltage, high voltage. Watch us amplify and rise above the noise. High voltage, high
High
voltage.
voltage.
Indianapolis power, feel the energy to pulse.
High
Microphone conductor
voltage.
for
Peace out, everybody. Have a great
clean
day.
power
It's high
advocate, no
voltage.
fossil pun,
Everybody have a good one, man. It was a great show today, man. Looking forward to the next one. See you all soon. Let's
Yes.
go.
Yes. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Voltage.
yeah.